Texas State celebrated its 125th anniversary alongside a variety of homecoming events, including the crowning of the new homecoming court.
I'm just extremely grateful. This is like my second to last semester, my senior year. I've done everything I wanted to do throughout my 4 years. I've been involved on campus, and I've met so many amazing people that have helped me and shaped me to the person I am today.
But as Bobcats celebrated this milestone, a critical issue has been impacting the San Marcos community.
San Marcos recently entered its tightest route restrictions since July 2023.
In San Marcos, my guess is it's us. It's people are using most water in the city. I think a lot of the water is going towards apartment buildings and single-family homes, and as well as businesses and university too.
While water conservation remains a priority, students are also raising their voices on campus about another pressing matter.
Members of the Texas State community gathered for a Free Speech for Palestine rally, protesting the university's free speech policy, which includes a specific definition of anti-Semitism.
But we are neither. We are conscientious people who are tired of this genocide and who are tired of our institutions supporting it.
All this and more on the November edition of the Star News Network. I'm Leilani Benitez.
And I'm Marisa Nuñez.
Welcome to the November edition of the Star News Network.
Star News Network provides news and information on issues and events affecting the Texas State and San Marcos communities.
This month, we're kicking things off with a look at how Texas State celebrated its 125th anniversary, a milestone marked by exciting homecoming events and campus traditions.
Here's reporter Kobe Arriaga with more on the 125th anniversary and homecoming celebrations.
Texas State's Homecoming Week brought the Bobcat spirit to life with a week full of exciting events. It all kicked off with the Texas State's Got Talent show, where students and student organizations got a chance to show off their true talents. Students sang, danced, and performed in front of a lively crowd at the LBJ Student Center. The festivities continued with Boco's Glow Run, an annual tradition where participants travel the 2-mile night route with glow sticks and friends, and most importantly, some water. And of course, it wouldn't be homecoming at Texas State without the Soapbox Derby, a yearly tradition standing since 1967 where student organizations build and race custom boxcars to compete and be crowned with the President's Cup. This year's Box Derby saw Phi Kappa Tau bring home the coveted trophy. All events ultimately led up to the Texas State homecoming football game, where fans packed UFC Stadium and saw the 2024 homecoming king and queen be crowned. Reginald Porcher Jr., a digital media innovation major, and Stephanie Valdez, an interior design senior, were honored as homecoming king and queen and reflect on their time as a Bobcat and the events leading up to their crowning moment.
Yeah, well, as a freshman, I was just scared and nervous. I didn't know what to expect for college. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had a single dorm, so that really scared me in terms of making friends. But I just fit right in. Like I said, joined many organizations, and that's kind of what founded my family here at Texas State. And I just am loving my family and friends that I've made here so far.
For me, I won Homecoming King senior high school. I really didn't envision running for it in college. It was just something where I was just like, I just want to have fun. Let me run for this. And I know I've been involved on campus. I'm part of Black Men United, student organization here on campus. Shout out, y'all. I was helping them out. I'm on the Star. I'm a sports reporter for the Star. So it's just like, I was just involved enough. So I was like, let me just run and see what happens. I just wanted to have fun. And, hey, this is fun winning. So yeah. There's nothing less I can say for real. So.
Cheyenne Austin, a psychology senior at Texas State, also offers insights on her experience running for Homecoming Queen.
My freshman year, I always said, I want to run for Homecoming Queen. Like, I had so many people, whether that was like KJ or Amaya, just having like black women just run and actually get queen and everything. It was just like very inspirational, and I always said it for my freshman year, but like I never thought I would actually do it. And this is kind of like one of my senior wishes that I said I was going to do before I graduated. So
For Star News Network, I'm Kobe Arriaga, reporting.
Thanks, Kobe. In our next segment, we shift focus to the San Marcos community, where tighter drought restrictions have been implemented, marking the most severe measures since July 2023.
Here's reporter James Phillips with a closer look at what these Stage 3 drought restrictions mean for San Marcos and how the community is responding.
San Marcos has returned to Stage 3 drought restrictions for the first time since July 2023.
San Marcos and Hays County is currently in Stage 3 drought restrictions, which is categorized as extreme drought. We have not had significant rainfall in quite some time now. We are averaging below 25 to 50% below our historic average for this area.
It's people are using most water in the city. I think a lot of the water is going towards apartment buildings and single-family homes. Indoor use, it's constant. You're flushing the toilets, you're brushing your teeth, you're taking showers. The outdoor use is seasonal, and we see that during the growing season.
Students, however, can also reduce their water use.
Let your car get dirty. Car washes use a lot of water, and it's not the biggest problem if your car is a little bit dirty in a time of drought.
Like old appliances, or if you have a really old toilet, old fixtures will use a lot more water than, say, newer appliances or newer fixtures.
Since all our water is connected and we're all using the same source, everyone who uses water just by living here contributes to it in a way, especially by not knowing the state of drought that we are in.
But we're all in this together, so if everybody is using water more efficiently, it means we're not pumping the wells as hard that lower the water levels in the aquifer that's feeding San Marcos Springs and feeding the river.
Thanks, James. With these drought restrictions, I've been trying to cut back on water use. Shorter showers, less outdoor watering. What about you?
Same here. It's a small change, but it really makes a difference. Speaking of things making a big impact, let's check in on how Texas State athletics have been performing this month.
Kobe Arriaga is back with the latest on Bobcat sports. Kobe?
Yeah, November has been an eventful month for Texas State athletics. Seemingly the biggest news of the month, however, was announced just yesterday. Texas State head coach G.J. Kinney and the Bobcats have agreed on a 7-year contract extension that would keep Kinney in San Marcos until 2031. Kinney, who led the Bobcats to their first FBS Bowl win in program history last year, will be making $2 million a year with the opportunity for Kinney to add more to his paycheck with incentive-based bonuses. The contract also makes Kinney the highest paid coach in the Sun Belt Conference. Staying on the Bobcat football train, the Bobcats recently clinched bowl eligibility for the second year in a row after a dominant 58-3 homecoming victory over Southern Mississippi. With becoming bowl eligible becomes all the bowl predictions. Although there is no certainty yet as to who the Bobcats will face come bowl season, a few early predictions have the Bobcats possibly playing schools like Texas Tech, North Texas, or a rematch with Sam Houston. Moving over to the hardwood court, Texas State volleyball wrapped up the regular season with the second most wins in Sun Belt play. They will enter the Sun Belt tournament as the conference's third seed and will be one of the favorites to win it all and clinch a spot in the NCAA tournament. To round out the latest happenings in Texas State athletics, let's head over to the Diamond. Earlier this month, Bobcat Baseball announced the hiring of Danny David Linehan as a new assistant coach on staff. Linehan comes to the program from the Minnesota Twins. Linehan has been coaching professional baseball since 2020, working in the Dodgers, Guardians, and most recently the Twins organizations. Now, Linehan brings that professional experience to San Marcos, where the program hopes he will be a vulnerable piece of riding the ship this season.
Thanks for that update, Kobe. It's always great to see how our Bobcat teams are doing out on the field.
Absolutely, but beyond the games and the celebrations, some Texas State students have been making their voices heard with an important issue impacting campus.
Here's reporter Blake Leschber with more on the recent protest against the university's free speech policy and what it means for the Texas State community.
Right in front of the Stallion statues, dozens of students gathered to protest the university's free speech policy on November 13th. The Texas State Young Democratic Socialists of America held the Free Speech for Palestine protest. YDSA co-chair Alan Dominguez said one of the reasons for the rally is the rhetoric the protesters have been described with.
Our government labels us as snot-nosed kids or as anti-Semitic terrorists, but we are neither. We are conscientious people who are tired of this genocide and who are tired of our institutions supporting it.
Texas State's free speech policy was updated on June 20th to match Governor Greg Abbott's Executive Order GA-44, which states, anti-Semitism, a certain perception of Jews that may be expressed as hatred towards Jews. The term includes rhetorical and physical acts of anti-Semitism directed toward Jewish or non-Jewish individuals or their property or toward Jewish community institutions and religious facilities.
President Dampis and the university administration love to promote Texas State's openness and inclusivity. But how can an institution that claims to be either be compliant in this racist silence of Palestinian people? Until this institution learns to respect the Palestinian people and all of our Muslim community by ending the racist enforcement of Greg Abbott's unconstitutional EOJ 44, which so glaringly flies in the face of the First Amendment, this campus will be an unsafe environment for freedom of speech.
YDSA collected signatures to try to get the Texas State University system to revert back to the pre-executive order free speech policy. They aim to present the petition to President Kelly Dampis and TSUS in May.
A sense of Greg Abbott's measures invites more of this violence and asks institutional complicity in doling it out. We must say no. Texas State University must take a different path in support of their students.
I'm Blake Leschber, reporting for Star News Network.
Thanks, Blake, for shedding light on such an important topic.
That wraps up this month's edition of Star News Network. From celebrating milestones to tackling community challenges, we're proud to bring you the stories that matter most.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to stay connected with us for more updates throughout the month. We'll see you next time.